Sorry, guys. Didn't have time to put a background up. Okay, so thank you, Snork Y2K. I was gonna say, Sarah's, what the fuck? Thank you, Snork Y2K. I was gonna say, Sarah's, what the fuck? So how many of you guys watched the Movement for a People's Party convention today? So how many of you guys watched the Movement for a People's Party convention today? I enjoyed it as well, Erin. I thought it was great. I enjoyed it as well, Erin. I thought it was great. Yeah, Mike, me as well. I watched the entire thing. They had a lot of great guests, and I'm very fortunate to have interviewed many of them. Leslie. Chris Hedges was like, boom. But you know what? I've met him, and he is the most intimidating person in the entire universe. Chris Hedges was like, boom. But you know what? I've met him, and he is the most intimidating person in the entire universe. Oh, we'll get to Nina. I can't. Oh my God. Whew. Nina. Oh, we'll get to Nina. I can't. Oh my God. So we'll get started. I see some people have tuned in. I had Nick Branna and another MPP person, Annalise, on last week, and they discussed a lot of the pieces of information that I was curious about. Logistics. How does this work? How do they get on the ballot? Things like that. So that was definitely good, because I definitely wanted to, learn. This sounds amazing, but how? So if you want to check out my show with Nick Branna and Annalise last week, I definitely encourage you to. Today was a lot of hope and a lot of encouragement and things, but if you want to know the actual logistics of how it will work and when to get started, and I mean, things like that, definitely take a look at my show from last week, because those are all very important things. So, hey Oz. So to start, Nick Brown actually said they have over 10,000 members now, and many joined within the past week. He stated that they organized all of this within 3 weeks, which is kind of insane. That's just not even feasible to me. And speaking of which, I will get to this, but Pat and I are having a huge event of our own on Saturday with quite a number of the guests who were on today. So that's going to be rad, but I'll get to that later. So there were over 11,000 watching just on YouTube. So then you got, the other channels as well, Twitter as well, Facebook as well. So there were a lot of people watching, which is good, because that means at the very least, they're curious. And yeah, there were some douche canoes in the comments, stuff like that. But what it comes down to is, a lot of people were curious. A lot of us are in the state where we are just like, we need something else. We may not know what, where, who, what, when, why, but we know that this shit is not working. That Biden and Trump is not a choice. It is a hostage situation. We will be absolutely fucked regardless of who wins. And that is terrifying. So it was good to hear people speak about what they hope for the future and why they were joining, why they support this concept of a new party. And I love the fact that it says people in the party name, because that's kind of what it should be. But yeah, we need someone with balls, Nina. So the first person who spoke, Chang Sin Lim, a Bernie delegate, Medicare for All activist, said when Bernie delegates stated things about Medicare for All in the live stream of the convention, they were muted and unable to comment for the duration of the rest of the convention. That's not surprising, but it is so incredibly fucked up. So just saying the words like Medicare for All got you muted in the stream for the rest of the days. Not cool. But again, not surprising. Night, Jilly. Nonstop comments. Speaking of Gretel, nonstop comments. Nina 2024. Yes. Yes, queen. Yes, please. Nina 2024. Yes, please. But you know what I saw? And I'm going to piss people off with this, but oh well. I saw a lot of Nina Tulsi 2024, like as a team. No, where was Tulsi today? I don't know. She wasn't there. And she gave up her seat and she endorsed Biden instead of Bernie. Not endorsed Biden when everyone else did. She endorsed Biden instead of Bernie. So I know people love to get it twisted and say it's the same thing. It is not. We heard for over a year they were BFFs. They're working together. things like that. And then she dropped and endorsed Biden instead of her so-called ally / progressive in the race. No, I'm done with her. It'll piss people off. Oh well, I'm done with her. So anyway, now Nina needs a way better running mate than Tulsi. That's for damn sure. Nina, yeah, libertarian, right. Nina has guts. Nina has the balls to say, you know what? I'm not endorsing him. He's half a bowl of shit. And to actually say, we demand X, Y, and Z. Tulsi doesn't have those balls. No. Hey, I would be down with Nina Turner and Summer Lee. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I mean, in 2020, every time I met Nina, I told her straight up, burn and turn 2020. And you know, that didn't happen. So now a lot of people want Jesse Ventura and Nina. I'd be okay with that. I just want Nina. I really don't care who else. Honestly, I really don't care. I'm just like, whatever, just give us Nina. Because it is so refreshing to see someone who is, and keep in mind, I was just on Nina's podcast, and it's going to be airing in September. I was just on Nina's podcast, and behind the scenes, she's even more savage, okay? So, yes. Yes. If I didn't love her before, I love her even more now. But we'll get to that. So, anyway, Graham Elwood, who is one of the people Pat and I are having on our special Saturday, he stated, if Pelosi were in power during civil rights, Rosa Parks, she would have said Rosa Parks should have just moved up one row at a time. And I was like, you know what? That is so damn true. This incrementalism is not what has gotten us here. Slavery wouldn't have stopped with incrementalism. Civil rights wouldn't have happened with incrementalism. Things like that. And that's a really good point. I know he was trying to be funny, and it was, but there's a deeper truth to that. Danny Glover, love him. You have to. He's amazing. He's an activist. He's a humanitarian. But he was the first person to talk about Biden. Kind of hurt a bit, but so be it. So Chris Smalls, he is the gentleman who got fired from Amazon for protesting and wanting to unionize in March. He stated, we're putting Kamala Harris and Joe Biden on notice by doing this today. And I thought, hell yeah, right on, we are. Look, we have other plans, period. You're going to keep fucking us over. We have another option now. And nobody can organize like literally like thousands of burners and greens and stuff. Nobody's going to organize stronger than we can. We're all activists. That's something the Dems don't have. They don't have grassroots activists. We have that. We have the experience. And you can see that with Biden. No phone calls, no nothing. That's because we did all that shit. And we're sure as hell not doing it for him. Who else? We had Jesse Ventura, who my husband does a great Jesse Ventura voice. He's just so entertaining. He's great. but he's also really entertaining. He said, the two parties represent the corporations, not the people. I think that's something we have all said till we're blue in the face, as many times as people, actually, get defensive and try to rationalize it. It is 100% accurate. Money over people, 100%. And that is, if you think about it, every single thing we're fighting for is not coming to fruition simply because of money in politics. Medicare for all? No, because big pharma and big insurance. Green New Deal? No, because of fracking and oil. Like, it always comes down to money and corporate donors. And unless and until we get that out, it's not going to change. And that's why, think about what, yes, Bernie is hurting a lot of us. Bernie is pissing us off. But think about that, the change that man has made in politics forever, just simply by making things like corporate free candidates a household talking term. He literally inspired thousands of candidates to say they wouldn't take, corporate money. He brought Medicare for all to the stage. He did these things. It was him. So we can be mad at him. We can be hurt by him, but we need to respect our roots. We really do. Okay, Oz, can you get that piece of shit out? Yeah, racist, really? I blocked him. I reported him. Piece of shit. Asshole. I did, Jesus. I reported him. So where was I? Jesse said, I've always voted third party. Something like this may take 10 or 20 years to take effect before it's successful. And he's right. He is absolutely right. Something like this, I mean, the Greens are, I've voted Green. I'm not saying I won't ever again, but they don't have the organization that has been needed. And, they have been a party for decades and have yet to hit 5%. A lot of that is because of organization, or lack thereof, rather. And Jesse is right. That is correct. I think if Jesse would run, they would get 5%, but he has decided not to. But I digress. It could very well take 10 to 20 years for Movement for a People's Party or something like that. People, it's so ingrained in people that, these two parties are all that exist. Meanwhile, you look overseas and you see people, these countries have like 20 different parties, and people don't scream at them, you're splitting the vote, you're splitting the vote. And actually, something else I wanted to, talk about. Oh my God, how's this piece of shit come back? How many accounts do you have, you fucking piece of shit? the hell? What the fuck? How many accounts do you have, you asshole? Jesus. What a dick. Okay, whatever. Anyway, okay, so yeah, it might take 10 or 20 years for this to be you know, actually successful, but there has never been more of a necessary time to start this shit. Never. I heard him say fiscal conservative, Wesley, but I honestly thought he was being facetious. I really did. I rewatched it because I was like, huh? And I rewound it a little. It sounded like he was being facetious, but I don't know. Something that Jesse said that was so hilarious, because, oh, thank you. Something, you know, that Jesse said that really stuck with me is, you know, a lot of times lately I've been having those days when I'm like, I really, really, really wish that, you know, I could take a day off and just not know what I know. You know, just have a day when I can actually not think about all the shit I know. It would be so much better. It would be just so much more peaceful. That whole ignorance is bliss thing sounds really good right now. And Jesse said, I keep trying to get out of politics, but it's kind of like pulling the plug in the bathtub. It keeps wanting to suck you down the drain. And I feel that, like, I totally feel that. Yeah, Adam, I posted something a few weeks ago that said, once you're awake, you can't go back to sheep. And it's true. It really is. And I just want a day, though. I don't I don't want it permanently. I just want a day. Because being a freaking activist and being an empath could be the end of me. You guys know what I'm talking about. Actually caring about, like, people who, you know, post heartbreaking things going on in their life. It's like, oh my God. And you feel so overwhelmed that you can't help them. It's really, it sucks. It's hard to accept. But in any case, Marianne Williamson, this is my tweet about her. I was like, yes, oh my God, yes, I love her, right on, she rock. Oh no, that's what Marianne did to me. I love her and she's great, but every now and then she has a tweet when I'm like, girl, stop. I seriously, like, Marianne Williamson is like so close. Like, she's so close. She says all the right things, but then she talks about how she's definitely voting for Biden. it hurt. And you know what, to be honest, the post she's made lately, I kind of knew she was going to. Oh my God. What the fuck is with these trolls? Oz, are you seeing this shit? Why am I the only one blocking these racist pieces of shit? Oh, are you kidding me, Gretel? Ugh. See, I think part of the thing is Marianne is not a politician, which I actually like. So, but she said some really great things. She did. So one of the things she said is, it's the Dem and Republican parties are kind of like a divorced couple, and the kids are just like, who actually cares about me? Who actually wants what's good for me? And the kids can't find out. And that's such a good description. I've also heard, and I'm sure all of you have heard, the one where being with the Dems is like being in an abusive relationship. It's comparable. It makes sense. It's Stockholm syndrome. Just keep voting for the same shit that is hurting you over and over and over. Marianne said, this is what she said in the context, everything like this. Now, I'm definitely going to vote for Joe Biden. People say, do you think he's going to fix anything? And I say, no, but he's going to give us a pause on the action. That's worse. That's worse. She wants a pause to the action. That is bad. That means that you just want to go, quote unquote, back to normal. You just don't want to see people in the street anymore. It's really just that easy. Wow. How the fuck are all these pieces of shit getting in here? Oh my God. What the fuck is going on? Why? Am I the only uphill person here? Because this is pretty distracting. Jesus. What the fuck is with all these races? Jesus. Anyway, so Marianne basically said something that, no, I don't think Joe will change anything, but I do want, things to calm down, essentially. Oh my God. So Marianne said something that was really pretty profound. She was talking about, 2016 and 2020 with Bernie. And she said, I know, and you know, what happened in the Democratic Party with someone who does not color between the lines. And that's so freaking true. This is, yeah, but you guys, I've done over 300 shows. This is not something I like. This is fucking nuts. This is like, I've never seen people drop in the N-word in my. God, people are psycho tonight. Extra. So Brother Cornell, who I've had the pleasure of meeting. Oh my God. Oh. Dude. Yeah, this shit ain't gonna fucking work for me. I have never needed a mod in the several months I've done this show with Uphill. This is some fucking bullshit. Nina Turner shared my post. I was doing this show. I don't know if like racists like jumped on it, because I know she gets some real pieces of shit that follow her. So I don't fucking know, but this is some psycho ass shit. Like, if you're racist, you probably won't like my show, because guess what? Black Lives Matter. Also, Black Lives Matter. Also, Black Lives Matter. And also, in case you didn't hear, Black Lives Matter. So if you don't agree, go fuck yourself. Anyway, so Brother Cornell, who calls me Sister Joy, said, does America even have the capacity to treat the masses of Black people with exceptional dignity, the masses of people indigenous, the masses of Chicanos, Browns, working and poor? Do they even have the capacity? And oh my God. Yo. Wow, swastika's in my chat now? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. Osama, that's so fucking good. Frank Zappa is one of the people I wish was still alive. I am reporting them. It's just like, I like looking at the comments so I can, you know, have conversations with you guys. I'm taking a picture of that. That comment about Frank Zappa, because it's so good. But anyway, yeah. So Brother Cornell also said, we're living in a fascist moment, escalating, crystallizing, consolidating, and solidifying. He did say, which I'm not entirely surprised by, unfortunately, that he's leaning towards voting for Biden. Kind of bums me out, but I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's people's personal choice who they vote for. It does bum me out that so many people have, used today to mention Biden, but so be it. Thank you so much, Osama. Appreciate it. Love you back. Something else Brother Cornell said was, ordinary people deserve to have dignity and decency. Like, that's very basic, but it needs to be said. It's people who have nothing are the ones who are the most disrespected against. And that's pretty damn heartbreaking. Serious, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure why Susan Sarandon, I don't know if she wasn't asked or I'm not sure, but she's a damn queen. But you know what? Maybe they didn't ask her because she's known as like enemy number one or something. She is the most powerful woman in the world. She is the reason Hillary lost. Herself, nobody else, no other reason. Susan Sarandon literally caused Hillary to lose, hands down. And of course, I'm joking. She follows me, so maybe I'll send her this. So something that I didn't hear anybody talk about that I think is so important is the need for open primaries and ranked choice voting. Because if we do get MPP people on the ballots in certain states, now a lot of states, interviewing almost 200 candidates since 2018 from across the country, I have learned that so many states have different protocol, and so many states actually make you get, if you run anything other than Dem or Republican, they make you get like 5,000 signatures for a green, blah, 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 things like that. Well, I think it's very imperative that if a People's Party is started and they are going to start running people on ballots, as they said they are going to in 2022, I think there needs to also be focus on, a movement to get open primaries, to change legislation law as far as who can register to run, what needs to be done to register, things like that. And then also ranked choice voting. Can you guys even fathom how much better vote shaming would get if we had ranked choice voting? Plus, it would be easier to elect progressives. I mean, I don't really know anyone who's against ranked choice voting, but I've interviewed a few people who have run under ranked choice voting, and they're, very supportive of it. Last but not least, we have Queen Nina. Queen. So she made a really good point. She said, not one speaker today was scripted, and all have a different vision of what to do in November. And I thought that was such a good point, that you watch the Dem convention. I mean, I didn't, but I have in the past. and you see nothing but, you know, the same platitudes, the same beliefs, the same everything. Whereas you watch today and you see different, you know, different responses to things, different ways they'll vote in November, different things that inspire them. And it was, you know, you could compare a few people here and there, but a lot of it was very individualistic, which is how a convention should be. You should be able to watch it and say, okay, I feel like I'm represented. Okay. While I don't agree with, you know, any one person 100%, it was nice to see people who, you know, I agree with more on, let's put it that way. Miss Nina also read a poem by Langston Hughes, May Have Ugly Cried. I won't say if I did or not. She also said, how can we have peace? How can we have peace when there's people hurting? How can we have peace when there's 90 million people without insurance or underinsured? How can we have peace when the, you know, when the Congress is on recess, even though people are out of food? These things are absolute madness. Other countries look at us and are blown away. We're supposed to be the best country in the world. And look at everyone who is suffering. She said, even in the middle of a global pandemic, the Dems had the audacity to refuse Medicare for all from even being on a how did she say it, non-binding platform. In other words, they made this platform, it was a draft. It's nothing, you know, set in stone whatsoever. They could have changed it. And we all know from 2016, they have the power to do anything they want. So they could have added Medicare for all if they actually gave a shit, but they didn't, even though it was a non-binding platform in the middle of a fucking pandemic. Oh God. And he's back. I've never seen someone so lonely. I've never seen someone so lonely. I almost feel bad. Not really, but almost. So anyway, that's all the statements I had. I definitely encourage you guys watch at least some of the speakers. I thought the ending with Brother Cornell and Miss Nina were just, it was a great way to end it because they're both so inspiring. So I definitely would check it out. There's a lot of great speakers. Yeah, he's blocked. This is so fucking psycho. This is nuts. Like, this is nuts, you guys. This is nuts. I really hope Nina's not watching. If you are, I'm sorry, Nina. I love you. So anyway, yes, watch MPP, even if you know, are a Dem or what happened, you know, or what have you, watch it. open your mind to the concept that maybe there is something we can do to start trying to change some things, because it's just, we're not in a good place at all. So consider that. As far as oh, somber number 5, I am freaking stealing that. I am stealing that. Oh my God, that's so good. So yeah, speaking of Ron Placone, Saturday, my co-author and I, Pat Cody, who is also known as Nate's Liver and Peter Douche, we are doing a huge event. Well, maybe not as huge as today, but we're doing an event on Saturday. And here's some of the people: Ron Placone, Graham Elwood, Mike Figueredo from Humanist Report, Jordan Sheridan, a behind the scenes clip of us with Nina Turner from our podcast with her, multi-platinum band, Eve Six, Katie Jane Earl, from the band The Mowgli's. We have so it's literally Lauren Ashcraft, Mike Schuster, who writes for The Onion, just like so many people there. We have like 15 people who are just so badass. It's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, and it's going to be all comedians, musicians, and public figures. And it will be a book premiere event for us, but it's also going to be something to basically just make people feel better about the state of the world. Wow. So basically people like this piece of shit. So anyway, yeah. Wow. Serious. Oh my God, that's funny. Trump trolls family tree looks like a telephone pole, no branches. I bet you that dude has webbed feet. I bet you he does. So anyway, please tune in 9 p.m. Eastern on Saturday for just amazing guests. If you go to www.savageandpat.com, you will find our entire list of guests, and we're just going to try to have some fun. We're going to try to, actually, make people smile and have fun for something. Oh, thank you so much, Al. Thank you. Guys, I'm not sure what was happening, but I do have my own YouTube now as well, Savage Joy Marie Mann. And it's only like 50 something people because I just started it a few days ago. But the reason why I started it is because I've been on several channels throughout the years. So I wanted to start one, just a personal page, so that I can add all my videos. So I have over 300 of my prior shows uploaded on my new YouTube page. And I'll be streaming live on there as well. And that's where the event will be on Saturday. So again, it's Savage Joy Marie Mann. That's the new YouTube page. I also do have a Patreon, and that is as little as $3 a month. And that helps me pay for my streaming services. Believe it or not, I pay like $700 a year just to stream these shows. And that doesn't include any of the equipment that I have to buy, or that I have bought as well. So even $3 a month for my Patreon is so appreciated. You guys have no idea. Oh, Jesus, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys tomorrow night. I have a candidate I actually had on 2 years ago, Angelica Duenas. She is running in California. She's a great candidate, and she'll be on with me tomorrow night at 9 Eastern. Thank you guys so much for watching. Much love.